Hey, what's up, welcome to Ganja Gamers. It's Super Sunday, or Super Bowl 52.
The countdown's at 4 hours and 21 minutes. That's pretty weird. That the countdown's at 4:20 almost.
Yeah, right now, and it's in Minnesota.
Do you see that shit?
Yeah, the countdown to that. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's really
We should smoke some weed for that.
strange timing.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna talk about Eagles flying way too close to the sun. It's finally gonna happen. Like I've been saying, this is where they finally hit the sun.
Hopefully. I mean, it's Nick Foles because Carson Wentz is still dead.
I think Nick Foles is better than Carson Wentz.
Nick Foles, if he wins the Super Bowl and becomes a free agent, he's gonna get paid so much fucking money and just be like the next Matt Flynn or some bullshit.
I think you definitely could be. I think Foles is actually a little better on the Eagles than Wentz. I think Foles.
Foles said that one year he was like 37 touchdowns, 3 interceptions or some
Yeah.
bullshit. He had 7 touchdowns in a game. He's not garbage. It's not like he's what's his name? Who's the guy on the Texans? Brock Osweiler.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
that's the name I go to.
He runs this play option like kind of offense really well with Foles. I really actually almost think that Wentz, like, it's funny everyone's all over Wentz, but I really could think Foles actually could end up being like work out better for him, but we'll see. I think
No,
as
you're
I
not
said,
gonna see that. You're not
Wentz
gonna see that.
Yeah.
That's not happening. There's no quarterback controversy.
Oh yeah, I you'll hear it first though. I think Wentz is gonna bust out. He's gonna be the next RG3. He's gonna be in the XFL. Wentz will be in the XFL in 2020. You're gonna hear that first.
You were right in the last time you called it. So
Yeah. They finally did get him. Yeah. So
at the end of year awards, this happened.
end of year awards.
You know, like Coach of the Year, offensive stuff.
Coordinator. Wait, did they give an assistant coach award?
Yeah, well,
That's kind of weird.
all right. Let's start with, I guess, coaches. Coach of the Year went to Sean McVay.
Young coach.
Rams coach. I think the Rams were like 13-win team or something.
Yeah, when they were like really bad last year. So definitely.
Jeff Fisher's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, definitely give him credit though.
Jeff Fisher did not know how to use Gurley. Gurley had a bad year last year.
Nick
Jeff
Gurley
Fisher's a
looked like
fucking
shit.
Dumb walrus, fuck.
And offense of
The assistant coach of the year went to Pat Shurmur, the Giants' new head coach, which I was hoping to get Patricia, but whatever.
that is nice that he actually has an award. So.
And the Wilkes guy got the Cardinals job.
Yep.
Patricia's going to the Lions, I guess.
Yep. I think Patricia's already committed to the Lions. It's all like kind of set up, but I don't think he's actually signed because you have to wait. You know, he has to leave. You know, it has to be play this game, obviously. MVP. Everybody knows him. TB12. Hollywood guru himself, Tom Brady.
What did you say, Hollywood guru?
Yeah, I think he's living in Hollywood.
He's a health guru.
He's like a health guru now, but he's in
He's
Hollywood.
in a health cult.
Yeah, he's like gonna be a big Hollywood guy.
Like Speedy Gonzalez is
Yeah.
his coach.
Offensive Player of the Year. Todd Gurley.
Got Turley.
Guy we've had for
Won us a
our
championship.
fantasy teams.
He was like ridiculous in the playoffs too.
Definitely been good on.
He was getting
both our teams.
he was getting 40 points every week for us in the
Aaron-
playoffs.
Aaron Donald, defensive player, he was really good.
Yeah, he got suspended the first week and still had 11 sacks.
It's ridiculous, and
He's a defensive tackle.
Yeah.
He's not even an end or a linebacker rusher. He's like in the shit, you know, in the worst part of the.
well, he's going around the ends too, but he's listed as a D tackle, and he definitely plays D tackle on the run. He's a awesome run stopper too. So it's funny how he's just a great all around player, good D lineman.
Then offensive rookie of the year, another person that was on that God Turley team, Alvin Kamara. So we had the the offensive rookie of the year and the offensive player of the year on the same team, and Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Who Kareem Hunt was second in the voting for offensive rookie of the year. I think he lost by like 2 votes.
I actually probably would give it more to.
Kareem
I would
Hunt
probably
led
rather
the
give
league
it to
in
Hunt.
rushing
Yeah.
yards.
I think he deserves
That's
a little
insane,
more.
and he lost.
Yeah, I mean Kamara was like really really good, but he essentially still was splitting time completely. You
Kamara
know?
led the league in yards per carry at like 11,
And it was his
and he
team.
had 800 plus yards receiving.
And he was the guy, and it wasn't like he had to split time with another really good receiver, and
What do you mean? Mark Ingram he split time with?
No, I'm talking with Hunt. I'm saying that's why I like Hunt a little bit
they had
better.
that West asshole come out on 3rd downs and vulture.
But not as much as he was more the guy than how it was like with them.
Hunt could have
with
had
them,
an
it
even
was-
bigger year if not for that guy stealing his touchdowns and shit.
And probably the same thing goes for Kamara though too. He could add more of a bigger
without
year.
Ingram, yeah, they'd be
What?
doing a lot better. Marshawn Lattimore, the Saints cornerback, So the Saints had a really good draft.
Yep.
They drafted the offensive rookie and the defensive rookie
which
of the
is
year.
fucking crazy. Good for them.
Good for their GM. That guy's probably gonna make a.
Yeah, Kamara was really fucking good pick.
Whoever the
That's
Saints
an awesome
GM
pick.
is gonna make a shitload of money now.
I feel like you get lucky on.
That's an insane draft to get two of the best players in the league.
You get lucky on running back picks because what is Kamara? What was he? What round? I'm not really completely sure.
5 or some shit.
So exactly
Or 7. I don't even know.
Running backs are never high.
He might have been even later.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
Comeback player of the year was Keenan Allen, who had a
really good year.
Lacerated kidney or some bullshit last year, and then he tore his Achilles or something. That guy's got a lot of injury shit. This is, for anybody who drafted him, really lucky, because going into the year he was at a discount because everyone thought he was injury prone, and he did insane. Phillip Rivers is a weird Mormon fuck, but he is always putting up a lot of numbers.
We also got some Hall of Fame guys that came into the inducted last
like 2 days ago or some shit. Yeah.
Ray Lewis.
Yeah, the
murderer.
Yeah. So we both said at the same time, like, that was not planned. Yeah.
Murderer Ray Lewis.
He settled out of court, basically admitting that he did it.
Brian Urlacher, great player.
Started his career as a safety and then became a linebacker.
Randy Moss. I always liked Randy Moss a lot. Terrell Owens actually finally got in. Surprised about that. And then the guy that I don't think really deserves it. Not a really big fan of this guy. Really not really that great. Ryan Dawkins. Not a fan.
I don't remember him being good.
Me either. I remember him getting beat a lot. I don't really.
Also, safeties are such a nothing position.
Yeah.
Unless you're like Ed Reed or somebody.
I think it's maybe since the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. They know they're going to probably lose the Super Bowl.
Seems like a pity pick.
Yes, I mean they know they're going to lose the Super Bowl, so they're going to give them some pity.
It's a compensation pick.
Throw Brian Dawkins a Hall of Fame thing, and the Eagles can have some glory.
Also, because the Eagles got to the Super Bowl this year, they're going to probably suck.
Remember when the Eagles got
once comes back?
Hold on, did the Eagles get beat? The last time the Eagles in the Super Bowl, they got beat by the Patriots with McNabb. Am I right? I'm pretty sure that was the last time that they were there.
Terrell Owens was in that shit too.
Mm-hmm.
Terrell and Brian Dawkins is probably still around.
Yep, and got beat by Brady.
Mm-hmm.
So might have it.
But that goes to show you how long the Patriots have been good. That Brady was the quarterback then, and he's won an MVP this year.
Yeah, he's ridiculous. He's 40.
He won the fucking MVP.
Is he 40 or 41? I think he's 41, right?
41, yeah. What's
ridiculous. Eli's 37 or 36.
He looks like he's 80.
Yeah, Eli does really look a lot older than 37.
Eli's
it's funny.
He's 41 going on 70 or something.
Eli does not. Eli definitely looks like 45. Kind of. Like, he looks like Kurt Warner end of his career. That's what I was noticing about Eli. He kind of looks like that.
No, because Kurt Warner on the Cardinals
was good,
went to the Super Bowl.
But he still was like a little. He still was a little.
I think Brady beat Kurt Warner
in the
Super Bowl.
Yep.
Too. It's like such domination for so long.
So that's why we're talking.
I gotta say, I don't mind the Patriots. Like, Belichick's funny.
I like
fuck.
him. You have to respect
Brady
him.
is just like superhuman, like a cartoon character guy.
If you don't respect
comic book hero.
If you don't respect the Patriots, you're
just an asshole.
And or a Jets fan or something. But like,
yeah, they play the Jets every year, twice a year.
You gotta hate that. And also, Belichick almost became the Jets coach at one point. It was very, his story is very weird with Belichick. He's been all around the league.
You should check out that Parcells Belichick.
Yeah, that's the one I keep hearing, that Bill and Bill or something.
It just came out like last week, I think.
I heard there's Bill and Bill, and there's some Brady documentary where you see him making out with his son. And it's a long kiss, by the way.
Oh yeah, you showed me that clip.
That is a long kiss.
It's like wet.
Yeah, oh, it's like a tongue kiss. Like, you can't tell if there's tongue. There could be. I assume there is. Seems like there is.
I don't know. Is that where like Brady's from? Maybe something that they do all the time, like in Michigan.
I think isn't Brady from California?
Is that a Michigan thing?
I thought Brady's from California.
I thought he went to the Michigan college.
But where's he from? Like, what's his heritage? I'm gonna
Google it. Hold on. We need a minute to
assess Brady.
We need to dive into
why he's making out with his son.
Yeah, we have to get into his roots in psychology as a kid and figure this out.
I always was on the okay. All right, I was right. So he's born in 1977. He's at 40 in San Mateo, California.
Oh,
okay. So
why would you go to Michigan?
But let me see. Maybe he
went to USC.
Maybe he moved around. No, yeah, he's raised Catholic, Swedish and Norwegian and Polish and Irish.
No, you're really getting into his genotype.
He went to so he was always like a Niners fan. You know,
probably like Joe Montana.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And then where go to
Oh,
school?
that's kind of where Garoppolo went to the Niners then. That's like a fuck you to Brady.
Yep.
Isn't it?
Yeah, kind of a little bit there. And then he went to Michigan, huh?
You know what I could see happening if the Patriots ever like go away from Brady? He'd probably go to the Niners and fuck Garoppolo over.
He was the 100.
Did they got that? Like he'll go, like the Niners are
Could
decent,
be.
and they bring in Brady to take Garoppolo's job.
That'd be funny.
That'd be so perfect for him to do, and he's still like playing at 45.
He was the 199th pick of the 2000 draft. That same, we were actually talking about Brian Urlacher earlier because he got nominated. So it's funny you're seeing Brian Urlacher
Are any
out.
of these other people from the draft? Ray Lewis, Brian Dawkins, Randy Moss, Terrell Owens.
They could be
Terrell
a little.
Owens
They could be a little later. I'm not. I mean, we'll dive into all of them in a second. But Ray Lewis and we got.
Where'd he go to school? Miami.
With Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis went to Miami. Brian Urlacher went to New Mexico.
Yeah.
Randy Moss went to Michigan State. Terrell Owens, where'd he go?
I'm not really sure what Terrell Owens with his high school with his
He went to
college.
like Colgate or somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere not like big.
or like Alpharugu.
He went to Miami and he was drafted. Wow, Ray Lewis was drafted in 1996. So Ray Lewis was drafted first round 1996. That's a long time before Brady and Urlacher. Way long time there. Randy Moss.
Terrell Owens has his own website. It's terrible.
Yeah, they all have their own website these
awful.
days. All these sports sites it's a big thing and they brand themselves. It's weird.
Guess where Terrell Owens went to school? You'll never even come up with this one.
I don't know, Tucson.
University of Tennessee at Chattanooga.
Oh God, weird. Okay, so he went down south.
That's made up.
Weird. So he's in Tennessee.
He was.
Randy Marsh went to Marshall. Randy Marsh was Marshall, and he was picked in first round, 1998. So that's okay. So they're all around similar years.
Terrell Owens was drafted in the third round, 1996, by the Niners, and then traded 2004 to the Eagles.
But it's interesting seeing Brady being from 2000 draft. He's still going strong.
I forgot Owens played on the Cowboys and the Bills and the Bengals.
You remember that? I remember his whole annoying career.
Yeah, he's very annoying.
I feel like I remember his whole annoying career.
Very obnoxious asshole.
Yeah, he's a douche. He was douche everywhere he went. Who was also a douche, and I never really liked, and I remember
Randy Moss was a douche.
I hated that Ocho Cinco Chad Johnson
guy.
Yeah,
he sucked. He wasn't even that good.
He really crapped out. It's funny how he had
a lot
a few
of
good
help on
seasons.
that team.
You know who I liked? Who had a few good
Manzada?
goals? Yeah, I was gonna say I loved Tush Manzada on that.
Who's the tight
team.
end back then?
I can't remember their tight end for the Bengals. I don't think that was what they were based on.
Yeah, maybe they didn't have one.
Nowadays, that's their thing.
Eifert sucked.
Yeah.
Randy Moss got drafted pretty early. He would have been drafted earlier, but he had a lot of off-the-field stuff.
Yeah, first round.
First round, I think pick 20-something, right? 21?
Yeah, later round pick, but still good pick.
That was a really good draft, by the way. Peyton Manning, Charles Woodson, Fred Taylor, Takeo Spikes. A lot of defensive people. Randy Moss got picked 21. Kevin Dyson got taken for him at receiver for the Titans. That guy sucked.
That's always crazy.
Titans should have taken Randy Moss. Their whole franchise would have been different. They would have won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They would have had somebody to throw to, instead of... Remember Kevin Dyson got stopped on the 1 yard line and the Rams won?
Yep.
Think about that. If Randy Moss, instead of Kevin Dyson, made that play, they're winning the Super Bowl.
Should we talk about novelty bets, by the way, for our Super Bowl?
Yeah. Well...
There's a bunch of novelty bets.
Let's talk about the real ones and then the novelty ones after. What are the real bets?
Oh, you want me to talk about the real ones, huh?
Both.
You really want to know
you
the
can
real
talk
bets?
about the real shit. What's the bet you're going to be making?
I can tell you the bets I'm going to be making. I'll see. I'm definitely betting on the Patriots here. I think the Patriots will...
I'm hoping you're going to bet
win
on
this
the
game.
Patriots. You better not be.
It's a
fucking
5-point
betting on the
spread.
Eagles,
5-point spread. I don't think it's going to be... I don't think the Patriots will beat the spread. I think it's going to be like a 3-point game. So I would actually go a little under.
I told you I think it's going to be 17-14 Patriots because the Eagles.
Oh yeah,
defense
exactly.
is really good.
Like a 3-point game though. That's so then that would be the Eagles kind of beat the spread, but I think the Eagles will beat the spread, but they lose. And I mean that's what I think is going to happen. I think it's 5-point spread. I think the Eagles beat that. They get within closer, but I think the Patriots still win. I think that's what's going to happen. I think it could be.
What are the other bets?
I think it could be 21-24 or 17-14, like you're saying. I think.
Do you think the Eagles can make the can the Eagles cover or whatever the fuck it is?
I think the Eagles can. Well, it's funny. Looking at today, I'm looking on the betting site I'm using today, and it's actually only a 4.5 spread. But still, I still think they might be able to beat that with 3 points. But I don't know. I bet on Patriots winning over it. I kind of hope they do. I know I'm if you look at OddsShark, which is a big betting site for a lot of people, hey, we'll talk about that. OddsShark says that they're gonna, Patriots are gonna win and they're gonna cover the spread. So that means they're gonna go over the 4 point. They're gonna go over it.
Did you make more money if you go against what the common pick is, or does
of
it
course.
not matter really?
Oh, definitely, of course. If you bet on the Eagles and all this stuff happens, it's you're gonna make way more money. If they win.
Maybe you should put like a 5 down just in case.
I can't bet on the Eagles.
I don't really want to either.
I would never do that.
Yeah, it's true. It's like bad karma.
It's bad karma.
It's bad omen. It's like...
This will be the 6th Super Bowl win for the Patriots and Brady. I think he needs the 6th.
I wonder if they're gonna just retire at the same time, or one's gonna continue to play and the other one will coach.
I think that's a very good question. It's hard to tell because I think.
Do you think either one will ever go anywhere else? Because I could see Brady maybe going to the Niners to fuck Garoppolo over.
No, I think what's gonna happen is I think Brady's gonna keep going past Belichick because Brady's talking about going 5 years. I heard Belichick only wants to go. Belichick could retire after this year. You never fucking know. This could be it. He gets 6 Super Bowls. Does he really need to go any longer?
Also, Kraft kind of sided with Brady over Belichick.
Exactly. No, I heard that's a big thing. I heard, because that's the thing is Belichick does not really like the decision with Garoppolo because he wanted him to be the next guy. And he apparently wanted to leave Garoppolo as a legacy quarterback for Belichick. So, he could leave the Patriots knowing that he's got a guy in place that's like a good starter.
Giants should not have given Shermer a 5-year deal because... In 2
years, it's a bad idea.
In 2 years, if Belichick decides he wants to go somewhere else and the Giants are available, he'll go there.
You can always fire Shermer though.
True, and buy him out. Get rid of that. He's such a
buy him out, just fucking fire him. That's what happens. It's like I think what McAdoo had. I think he had a 3-year contract. McAdoo had a 3-year contract. He had a year left on his contract.
Who's responsible for hiring the new coach, Gettleman, the ownership?
No, it's the ownership, actually.
They suck. They should have got Patricia McDaniels. It's
kind of weird how it's actually... I always thought, maybe it would be a GM thing. It's definitely not a GM thing. That was Tish and Mara who signed.
How are the Lions
you heard about
the Lions and Colts a more desirable place to go than the Giants?
Well, you heard about it through the news. Patricia was 100% the number 1 pick for the Giants, and then they couldn't get him.
He preferred Detroit
and
over
then
New York.
McDaniels was the number 2 pick.
Is he a fucking asshole?
And they couldn't get McDaniels.
Yeah, that guy's kind of a douche.
And so the number 3 pick
for Patricia
is Pat Shurmur, who...
Yeah, at least they got... Well, no, I thought Wilkes was in there, too.
No, Wilkes was after that. And Wilkes actually had already signed. So Wilkes was sort of already out of their running because they sort of waited too long.
It's kind of a fuck you to Gettleman for Wilkes get that Cardinals job.
Yeah, that is a little bit, but... You never know with Pat Shurmur. It looks like he could be good. He's had some great, years.
He made a lot out of shitty quarterbacks.
Yeah. With Nick Foles and even Keenum this year, so.
Nick Foles.
Yeah, he was the coach with Nick Foles when Nick Foles had that 27 touchdown, I think only 2 interception year. That was Pat Shurmur. Yeah. Pat Shurmur was the offensive coordinator during that. So, or he was the quarterback's coach. It was I think he's either the quarterback's coach or offensive coordinator during that.
I hope he's the offensive coordinator and not the quarterback.
I kind of hope so too, but let me kind of just look at that. I could kind of find out. I know he was involved with Nick Foles. Hey, it's in the Super Bowl today, and I've kind of said I think he actually kind of runs that Eagles team a little bit better with the play out the.
Yeah, the Eagles have been decent on offense for a while now. They just finally got a defense that's good enough to win a
definitely. Okay, so he was the offensive coordinator there with Chip Kelly, and he would definitely he worked with that season with Nick Foles.
When the Eagles had McNabb and Brian Westbrook and Owens and who was their tight end? Selleck?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was remember when Foles had that second player in history to throw a 7-touchdown game?
Yeah.
That was with Pat Shurmur. So Pat Shurmur really
Maybe
did
he can
really
get the
well.
most out of Eli with what's left.
Or honestly, don't you think Pat Shurmur's kind of a... you really have to look at it.
You know why they brought him in there to develop the next quarterback.
That's what I'm saying. He's obvious that he's there for... I don't know if it's...
If you think you're going to win next year and you're going in on defense, you have to have Patricia.
Well,
then.
He makes me think really that it's a sign that the Giants are going to sign a quarterback first-round draft pick.
Probably,
Because I mean,
If they're
this
smart,
guy.
if they're smart, they'll get Barkley and try and win now.
Or hey, maybe they think, hey, like this guy Pat Shermer might be able to do something with even a second round guy, because you know what I mean, or a guy that they like. Maybe the Giants have some scouting on some, later round quarterbacks
If it's supposed
that
to
they
be
like.
a deep quarterback class, why do you have to take the guy at 1 when if you're developing something, get anybody.
Maybe they'll get a guy in the second round.
Right.
Right.
Or what are some other bets? It's like the serious ones before you go to the weird.
Yeah.
shit.
Let me just look at the bets right now for you're talking about just for the regular game. I think there's a lot of bets being passed out today. This is gonna be a heavily bet day.
Yeah, probably.
I think it's like in the
year.
billions. How much money gets bet on the Super Bowl? How much do you think?
I don't know. Doesn't boxing get more betting than football though?
I don't think so. Not on average, because this is such a fucking big betting day. Because it's like this is the day where you're gonna just get regular people putting down like 5 or 10 or like $50 somewhere.
Yeah, no, just because of the name value.
Yep.
I've been seeing like a lot of pictures of people like in Vegas just to watch it.
All right, so just in Vegas, they take in like 140 million, but like illegally, they're saying it's around like 5 billion. Like that's like the legal betting that's estimated. So 5 billion is getting passed around today, which is a lot of fucking money. I mean, that makes me worried about the Patriots like predicted to win, because with Vegas and all the odd sharks, they're gonna want they're gonna want you to bet on the Patriots because you think they're gonna win, and then you set it up.
You know what a good sports movie would be if there was like you combine it with like Logan Lucky or some shit where it's like people robbing something because of all the bets going in for the Super Bowl. All
right, well, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna let you guys know like with like betting $10 on some of this stuff, all right? So I can tell you like how much things would be. So with the Patriots, they got a 4-point, they're supposed to win by 4.5 points. So if you bet on straight $10 on that, you're getting $10 back. I mean, money line is plus 170 for the Eagles. So if you did bet on the Eagles for that, just to win the game, and you put $10 down on that, you'd get 17 back. And then with the Patriots, they're a negative 195. So if you put $10 down on that, you're just getting $5 back because you got the negative numbers there. So and the overall score that is predicted is. They're saying over under 48.5 points. I think it's going under. I think that's what I would
48. So each team would be given like 20. That's
I think it's going under.
I don't know if the Patriots are going to score over 20. Maybe they'll get 21.
You know what's crazy about the Patriots? Like that last game, that Jaguars defense was really fucking good, and they had no fucking Gronk.
Or half of it.
And this whole season that they've been good, they had no Edelman, pretty much. So it's like they got Edelman, they got fucking Gronk. Amendola had a ridiculous fucking day. It's like they can have a day out of anybody.
At the same time, though, you gotta look at like what was that one team that? Well, I mean, Eagles haven't had Wentz, but not the Vikings. Oh, the Jaguars didn't have Allen Robinson all fucking.
Yeah,
year.
they didn't. Yeah,
and they got really far, and they had no receivers to throw to.
That Jaguars.
People shit all over Bortles, but he had nothing to throw to. What was he throwing to? Like fucking Marquise Lee or some shit?
Well, it's funny actually. People were talking about with the Jaguars how if Eli was there, they'd do better. And I actually wondered, do you think Eli would do better than Bortles? I don't think Bortles did that
Cousins
bad.
Would be better than Bortles.
Than both. I
think they're looking at Cousins. What are some of the weird
Cousins
bets?
wouldn't be a bad pick. Cousins is smart for shopping around. If he is.
Is there a bet like if? Well, I know about the pink cleavage bet, but is there one like if Justin Timberlake falls during his performance?
I can go through the bets. There's a first song at halftime. If it's
you even
filthy.
Know any of them?
I don't know any of his songs.
You don't even know any of them.
I don't know any of his songs.
I know. Fuck.
All right. If Justin Timberlake says Trump during the halftime show or not, do you think he'll say Trump during the halftime show or not?
Is he legally obligated to or something?
It's more. What's funny? They're saying it's more likely that he says no Trump stuff.
Why would he? Yeah, I'm gonna say no. Bet on that. Bet on no.
This is for you guys. Justin Timberlake, does he wear a collared shirt at the halftime show?
I don't think so. He's probably gonna have something with his chest out and the medallion.
They're saying it's more likely he wears a collared shirt.
Is that just something he likes?
I guess so.
Collared shirts.
This is experts. This is the fashion experts.
Does Justin
Timberlake wear a hat at the halftime show?
Yeah, he'll probably have some stupid Samuel Jackson Kangol thing.
That's interesting. Experts are saying no. They're going against.
I'm going against the grain on that.
Okay, he's going against the grain.
Oh, well, you know what? Does a suit count as the collared shirt? Because
That's a collared shirt.
He does
That's
have a lot of suits on.
Yep, that's a collared shirt.
All right, so bet yes on the
the collared shirt seems to be likely, but hat seems to be no. It seems to be collared shirt, no hat. Will he wear sneakers? Yes or no? What do you think? Sneakers, yes or no? I think he's going to class it up in those sneakers.
If he's dancing, it might be easier for him to be in sneakers.
That's why they're saying more likely sneakers. The bet is more likely sneakers. So that is the under.
Wait, but don't people dance in high heels and shit? So maybe he could have some high heel type shoe.
Microphone or headset?
Headset, because he's a dancer.
Everyone's thinking headset, right? I agree.
Because if you're dancing more, then you gotta have your headset.
And let's go to the national anthem stuff. So does Bill Belichick shown during the national anthem? It's more likely yes. That's one thing. Same thing for Peterson.
I think they'll show Belichick because they want to see how emotionless he is no matter what is going on.
And here's alright. So the first player shown on screen, will he have his hand over his heart or no hand over his heart?
I think it's gonna be Brady with his hand over his heart.
I agree.
That's the first thing.
I think that's really likely.
And the flag will be behind him with some eagles maybe going behind it.
That's really likely. So will Pink show cleavage during the national anthem? More likely, no.
Because it's cold, but
it's
a dome.
And she doesn't have a lot of big boobs. So that's not her thing.
Hold on, let's make sure that.
I think she has
Let's get.
I don't think that's her thing so much.
An idea of. No, this is people wearing pink. That's hard. It's really hard search to get.
Search Pink singer.
Yeah, right.
Pink singer.
It's funny though. You can't just do the basic one.
Yeah,
that's
they're
not
there.
even her. That's the Pixie. It says Pixie Lott.
That's her there in that one picture. Yeah.
Well, that's like a bathing suit. That doesn't count.
It's kind
of. They're not
overly big, but they're not small.
I don't think it's enough to really have cleavage.
I agree. Maybe she's not going to do it anyway. It's also the national anthem. You think you want to show your tits for the national anthem?
Hold on, let's try this.
You think she's going to make fun of Trump during it?
Okay, this is what we should have looked up. She does have a lot of cleavage live.
Does she okay.
Maybe. A lot of cleavage live.
But hold on.
Cleavage there. Yep. You know what? I'm thinking this is more of a cleavage live performance.
Will she be in a pantsuit or not?
Pantsuit?
Yes.
I don't know what the fuck. No. Oh wait, this is a pantsuit, isn't it?
That's a leotard.
I don't know. That's a hard bet. I'm not touching that. I'm not touching that one.
All right. So what do you think the color of Bill Belichick's jacket or shirt is?
Gray or blue?
So it's blue, gray, red, or white. More likely, people are saying blue. I think it could be gray. I would bet gray. Bill Belichick likes to wear that gray sweatshirt to the Patriots. You know what I'm talking about. He likes that gray cutoff. Oh no, he's been wearing blue lately with the hood up. You know what I'm talking about? He's been wearing blue with the hood up lately.
It's either blue or gray. No red. Blue or gray.
Yo, he likes to switch it up though.
It's looking more like gray than blue. But blue is 50-50 with it almost.
He's lately been wearing blue. Red or white is very unlikely. The color of the liquid dumped on the winning coach. What color do you think? It could be yellow, orange, red, clear, blue, or purple.
Yellow? I don't know why. I just have.
You know what's funny? Yellow is actually the most likely. Wait, never mind. Blue is the most likely. Blue's the most likely.
Oh,
then
you think
yellow.
they go with the color of the team? But there's no green.
Maybe.
There's no green, is there?
There's not, but there's. All right. Blue's the most likely. Then they're saying yellow, and then they're saying orange, and then it goes red.
So oh shit! Yeah, check this out. Look, I go to search Super Bowl sweatshirts for Belichick. One of them is red.
One of them is red. That's a good plus, man.
It looks so bad though and weird. Yeah, I think it's blue. See, look, there's. Oh no, this is all the same one. All right, you know what? It's gray. Look, there's a different gray here, different gray here, different gray. There's 3 different grays. This blue is the same in every one of them.
It's funny how they're actually. This is a good bet. I would bet
it's
gray.
It's a real good one. It's 50-50 almost.
I think I might bet gray, guys. I'm gonna put a bet down for right now live on it for you guys. Betting gray and Belichick.
Oh, well, look here though. This is not even a sweatshirt. It's like a windbreaker.
I'm no joke. I'm betting on
and it's
gray.
Blue. It's a blue windbreaker, so it's different.
I'm going gray. I'm going with that.
Do they have one for Patricia?
Nah, he's probably gonna have a backwards hat with a beard
and a pencil in his ear.
And he making a bad choice going with the Lions.
Yeah, fuck him. I hope that when the Lions and Giants play, they just purposely run the fucking score up on him, like with Shermer. Because think about it, Shermer's offense against Patricia's defense.
Yep.
Do they play each other? They played last year, right?
All right, the MVP. Do you think he's gonna thank the teammates first, God first, family, the fans, the city, the coaches, the owner, or no clear thank you? Most likely.
That's a really fucking hard
You know what's
one.
funny? Most likely is no clear thank you. That's kind of funny.
It's like the none
Isn't that funny?
above pick.
Right? But then God is pretty up there. I think God and teammates are up there. I think they're going to say teammates. I think you got to bet on teammates before God. Because God, if God's helping out, like, a team before he's helping out.
I think you got to go team first, too.
Team over God?
Yeah. I think God goes last.
In life?
Well, for most people, he's number one, but a lot of people, he's not on it. So
And how do you feel about the Jews?
Is that like a trick question?
Yeah.
They killed him, didn't they? How
Yeah.
does he feel about him? All right.
Will there be a new Super Bowl passing record this game?
No, because last year was kind of.
I think it's a good defense on both sides.
Yeah, no. Are you actually betting on these now? Or?
No, I'm just telling you this stuff.
Well, you should make sure you remember those good, like the gray ones.
What do you think the coin toss? Heads or tails? It's actually, it's 50-50. I'm going to go tails. Tails is always a good pick.
I go tails too.
I think tails is always what everyone picks. Who do you think is going to win, the Eagles or the Patriots? That's a bet you can make right now. It's a fucking even bet. You can win $1 million off that shit.
Patriots. Put me down for 1,000.
Patriots have Trump's luck on their time. All right, so here's some Donald Trump bets you can bet on the Super Bowl.
There's a whole category.
Yeah, there is actually some Donald Trump stuff.
Oh, God.
It's kind of ridiculous.
Like if he tweets about it?
Yeah, there's some stuff about Donald Trump's tweets, about how many tweets he's going to make.
His dick's out when he's watching it.
So who's going to mention Trump first, Al Michaels or Chris Collinsworth? And will it be in the first, second, or third quarter? And everyone's predicted to be in the first quarter. Like, right away.
Is Trump at the game?
Trump's not going to be at the game. I don't think so. There'd be no reason for him to be at the game.
Why would they bring him up at all?
Because he's the president of the United States.
So what?
So he's making America great again, is what?
It's draining the swamp.
He's draining the swamp. He's
Still
making
draining.
America great again.
It's still draining, by the way. He's got it like a pool or something.
He's making America great again. It's funny if someone actually just lost.
Yeah, that's their retort.
Yeah, that's definitely their retort.
He's draining the swamp right now. You don't even know.
I mean, thank God it's not.
You don't know the
Clinton,
corruption he's dealing with.
It'd be better. It's better than Clinton. I'll tell you that.
I like Bill Clinton. I think he's funny.
No, than Hillary Clinton.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, you're not getting Bill again.
Anything.
Bill looks like a corpse.
Well, he is dead. They just
He looks like a zombie.
him.
Yeah,
They stuffed him with cotton.
he's like raised up by the dead by a voodoo spell.
He's stuffed with like a special slave cotton that gives people magical powers.
Yeah, I think he had slaves, right?
Well, isn't there like the magical Negro thing?
Yeah, some kind of magical Negro prophecy.
Oh, the Clintons definitely had slaves. They still have slaves. They're like a what is it?
Like an old English.
No, you know, like
family.
white people live in their bodies, like some Get Out shit.
Oh, you think they're trying to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think like Hillary is some like 19-year-old hot black woman.
If anyone's involved in that Get Out stuff, it's the Clintons.
Yeah, and Tyler Perry.
Yeah, you think Tyler Perry's a white person?
Yeah.
That like got thrown
Exactly.
into there.
He's like Steven Spielberg or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's like John Malkovich, where like Steven Spielberg
hold
was
on.
in Tyler Perry for like 5 minutes.
What filmmaker died? Apparently, maybe we can track it down. Maybe it's that one.
Oh,
Maybe it's Tony Scott.
yeah. I was just trying to remember
Because he
what
apparently
his
killed
first name was. I was
Yeah.
just about to say Ridley Scott's brother.
I'm sure Ridley Scott would be really offended by this, but fuck him.
Fuck
right?
him. I hate
this
that.
movie sucked lately.
Yeah, Alien Covenant was garbage.
Yeah.
I want my money back.
Hey.
Fuck Danny McBride.
Hey Ridley, you've been awful. You've been just awful. But yeah.
Is that a bet? Is Ridley Scott a fucking piece of shit?
Yeah, if Ridley Scott, yeah.
Over under? What's the over under on Ridley Scott being a faggot? And then they have like a whole research board of like how much the chances.
There's a lot of bets to be made on Trump.
Yeah, I don't even want to cover him.
Yeah, that's not
I got enough Trump shit already. Exposure. You know, there's a new show about his like cartoon stuff.
What do you mean about his cartoon stuff?
It's called My Cartoon President. It's on HBO or Showtime or something.
Strange. All right, so we should go through the top players of the year for fantasy. Since
let's
we
start
are
with-
a fantasy.
Let's start with quarterback.
Show. So
Yeah.
even though we're talking about other shit.
Well, right now it's
Weren't we
all
talking
about
about
the Super
Goosebumps
Bowl.
and shit? We were talking about Goosebumps, I think, too, earlier. But
I don't remember talking about Goosebumps. Russell Wilson, number 1.
number one quarterback of the
with
year.
a pretty big margin. He put up 358.92 points, and the next person was 315.48.
Yeah, he had a really great year
Big
with
gap.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
34 touchdowns thrown. It's a lot.
Other than Jimmy Graham, he doesn't have... Oh, no, he's got that other boring-ass guy. I forget his name all the time.
And then a guy...
Doug
it's funny, Cam Newton's just fucking good for fantasy. I think he's
rushing yards are good for quarterbacks.
That's what it shows. It shows you.
Because once we go down the list a little bit, there's some white guys that get a lot more than you think rushing.
Yeah, definitely.
Tom Brady, not one of those white guys.
Gets a lot of passing yards. Look at those yards, man.
Tom Brady had 28 rushing yards.
Dude, he had almost He had like 4,500 yards. It's crazy.
Yeah, but you don't get a lot of points for that stuff.
Yeah. But he's
look,
still
Cam
good.
Newton had 3,000 yards.
Hey, he's still third. You know what I mean? But yeah, you're right.
Wow, Brady only threw for 8 interceptions on that high volume
it's
of
crazy.
passing attempts.
But look at Alex Smith, how controlled that motherfucker is.
But he didn't throw it as much.
But only 5 picks, and he still had 4,000 yards. That's a good year.
But look, he had 355 rushing yards.
And you're throwing 4,000 yards, only 5 picks is pretty damn good. I mean, that's why I'm a little scared, being a Giants fan, getting the Redskins getting him. I think he's a great quarterback.
Speaking of the Redskins, I keep forgetting, Kirk Cousins is actually decent.
Yeah, look at how Smith is only the one spot above him.
Well,
isn't that funny?
You got to list the points, by the way. Tom Brady had 330 points. Alex Smith had 300 points. Kirk Cousins had 290 points.
It's pretty close with Alex Smith.
Carson Wentz, 288 fucking points, and he missed 3 games or some shit? And he had 299 rushing yards. That's a lot.
But he got pretty hurt. You never know how he's going to come back.
Well, this is why Kirk Cousins so high. He had Kirk Cousins 4 rushing touchdowns.
I heard his brains are fucking scrambled from that injury and shit.
It wasn't a concussion.
I know, but I heard his brains are, I heard he's not going to be able to deal with his injury. You never know. They're saying he might not be able to come back for week 1.
After Wentz at 6, number 7 is Stafford. 283 points. Stafford is, I thought he was a better rushing quarterback. He only had 98 yards rushing it. And it's 29 touchdowns, 10 receptions. Pretty good.
Kind of hope Wentz's career is over. That'd be nice. And it kind of ends. Maybe he ends up in the XFL.
It's not happening. I know you want that to happen. It's not happening. He's probably going to be an MVP every year.
You think he could end up in the XFL, though? That's a chance.
I don't know. I don't think the XFL is going to last more than a month.
So what's happened in 2020? This is Trump's America. The XFL is going.
All right, after Stafford, it's Phil Rivers. Still going.
Phil Rivers is definitely still having a great year.
280 points he put up. Just okay. Then Ben Roethlisberger, his old guys too. 274 points. We dropped him for somebody else. I think it was...
I hate Dak Prescott.
Yeah, he's weird looking. 273 points for him. But the reason why he's on here, 6 rushing touchdowns, 357
Yeah,
yards.
he definitely is
he's annoying.
A rounded quarterback. He's not that great of a passer, though. He's better, not as good as you
And that's the top 10 for quarterbacks. Prescott just gets in over Drew Brees.
Which I would almost say Drew Brees deserves a little more. It's Drew Brees. So you could kind of just minus out Prescott there. Throw in Drew Brees.
Let's go receivers. Number 1. Who we had on one team. I don't think we really drafted him, overdrafted for him. We got him kind of late. Was DeAndre Hopkins with no quarterback.
Yeah, because honestly...
No quarterback help put up 261 points, 13 touchdowns.
He's always been good. It sucks that he's never really had a true
Never
quarterback.
had a quarterback.
Till now he's finally got
Watson is still, though, was not there for the beginning and then got hurt.
Yeah, but he still got a lot of yards off that Watson time. Yeah, I mean, that got him a lot of the chunk of his season, for sure. I mean, 13 touchdowns is a nice number, too, this year. It's great. Anything over 10 is great.
Well, not many people even got 10.
Exactly.
To get 13 is a ton.
I mean, look at even Antonio Brown, who's number 2.
Yep, 259.8 points.
With only 9 touchdowns.
But,
almost there.
But Hopkins had, almost 14. Brown's putting up, almost 16,000 receiving yards, so...
Yeah.
Then this is the comeback player of the year.
Keenan Allen, a great year.
Had him on a team.
Rivers and him really definitely work.
Allen only had 6 touchdowns, but a lot of
yards.
A lot of yards. And no fumbles.
More yards than Hopkins.
Oh, he had some rushing yards. Oh, no, never mind. That's Tyreek Hill. Yeah, Tyreek Hill at
Had a
4,
great year, too.
208 yards, but then
He
it's a
was
big
ridiculous.
drop off though. From
Yeah, he didn't have as many
233 to 208.
Yeah, big time. I mean, Jones.
Wow, Keenan Allen's like. Actually, I didn't realize how fucking good he was. Almost as good as Antonio Brown was.
Jones had a really good year. He just did not get the touchdowns like he was.
3 fucking touchdowns for.
But look at his yardage.
But, yeah, almost 15.
It's second most in the
Almost
league this
15.
year. Because I mean, Brown's got the most in the league this year. Then it's Julio Jones. But look at the touchdowns. Jeez.
This is when the list starts to get a little weird, though.
I mean, don't you think next year though for fantasy, or for talking that, don't you think Jones is like so fucking due for more than 3? Obviously.
Yeah, but he might get hurt and not get the yardage.
Yeah.
I think
he's gonna
fine
get
when
more
he's
than
at,
3.
like 4.
Look, you know what's awesome? Also, Larry Fitzgerald, number 4.
Still good.
Still there.
How old is that motherfucker?
What number? Was he 6?
6. What do you mean?
6.
Oh,
for
yeah,
number
yeah.
or list, yeah.
Yeah, number 6.
Number 6 is that's Fitzgerald.
Didn't have him on any teams. I just don't really get
Is
the
it?
Cardinals.
Was this his last year?
He's saying he's probably gonna come back.
Okay. He probably can.
No Carson Palmer though. He's done.
Michael Thomas had a good year.
Yeah. 5 touchdowns. Probably could get. I could see him getting like 8 or 9 next year. I'm getting him on every team I can. Then this is kind of where the list starts to fall off.
Definitely, but it's still like I don't know.
Michael
Michael Thomas and Landry
Fitzgerald
are
put up
close.
206. Landry put up 204.
Yeah, that's close.
And then this is where it drops off to
Marvin
190 for
Jones.
Marvin Jones. It's weird. Landry, who I did not think of the touchdown guy, had 9 touchdowns.
Yeah, he did
Only
good.
987 yards though, not 1,000.
He did not get 1,000.
He had over 100 receptions though.
Well,
Marvin
yeah,
Jones,
Cutler.
61 receptions, 1,000 yards.
It's nice.
Big,
Wow.
big.
Yeah, he's
big
got
plays.
big. Yeah, that's what's good about Stafford. Stafford it throws the long ball. That's why I like how they. I like that. I like that a lot. Patricia's gonna have probably a good team. Patricia could turn that team around maybe
And then
because they're not that bad. They like deserve it to be better.
this is the guy who I don't know why got dropped. On,
Yeah, Thielen.
on one team.
Yeah, we on a
If
team
we
as
added
well.
him, so we had Julio Jones, Thielen, and Mike Evans on a team with Todd Gurley, Alvin Kamara, and Kareem Hunt, and Russell Wilson. That might have been the best team we
Yeah, it
ever
was a
put
sure
together.
win team pretty much the whole time.
Only thing we didn't have was tight end. We had Hunter Henry, Greg Olson, and that was pretty shitty. But
Look at running back for the top.
well, hold on, you didn't do Thielen at number 10.
Yeah, we said Thielen there. Yeah, Thielen in
194 points. You got to list what they put up point wise.
the Vikings there.
He had 4 touchdowns only though. Thielen. I think Thielen could get maybe like 7, maybe.
Well, he's got a lot of people around him though. There's a lot of different targets.
It's Rudolph and Diggs and.
That's it's gonna be
I
spread.
guess the McKinnon and yeah,
They're both good.
They have a lot of shit.
And they can throw. They're gonna spread it.
If Kirk Cousins goes there, they're
That's
going
good-
to
that's
be
a
in
really
the
good
Super
pick for
Bowl.
them,
They're
yeah.
going to be in the Super Bowl.
They deserve it too. They're good defense.
Yeah, running backs. We had all these guys.
Like,
in
if I
the
was-
top, we had every one of these people in the top 5.
If you were Cousins and you had to pick between the Broncos and the Vikings, I would definitely pick the Vikings. You know, the Vikings are so close. They're like close to being there. They're quarterback away, definitely.
Broncos might have just as good as defense though.
They do, but I don't know about the offense. There's like great pieces on that offense.
Yeah, Demaryius Thomas is
Yeah, I mean,
kind of.
I like the
overrated.
pieces on the Vikings
No,
better.
they don't have a tight end. Their running back's not as good.
Yeah, like all the pieces on the Vikings a little bit better.
Yeah.
And we could talk about running backs, right?
Yeah.
Talk about Gurley, number 1, obviously.
351.
It's ridiculous.
351.
He had fucking 1,300 yards, 788 receiving yards. So he almost, it's fucking crazy.
That's
He
a
had such
good year
great
for a receiver to have.
Such a great year. Yeah, no, yeah, that's a great year
He
for
had
like.
a good year for a wide
Yeah, I
receiver.
know, for like if
and
you're
then
like a
he had
number.
the best year for a running back.
Because he had 788 yards and 6 touchdowns receiving.
19 touchdowns he had.
Yep, it's crazy. That's a great year.
Look at the drop off from number 1 to a guy who's
Yeah.
like considered the best
So
running
good,
back
too,
in
with
football. Only put up 299 points.
And Bell
Only
also
put up
had a lot of.
299.
He had a lot of rushing and receiving stuff too. He had 650 receiving on top of pretty much a 300-yard.
Yeah, but look at every running back.
Yeah.
Every one of these guys puts up at least 400 receiving yards.
Yeah, damn.
Every one of them.
Yep,
That's
they all
how
do.
you have to be now in the league. The only guy who didn't, who's like close to this, is like with Elliott, and he's suspended.
Yeah, and he missed a lot of games.
And Jordan Howard can't catch a ball if he tried.
Yeah,
He's terrible.
McCaffrey's up here. Wow.
All right, well, number 2 is Le'Veon Bell with
Yep.
299. Then Alvin Kamara, the Offensive Rookie of the Year, 279 points.
Yep.
800 yards receiving, which is
Really good. He had like a better year receiving than rushing. That's crazy.
Le'Veon Bell could have had more touchdowns. He only had 11, and Kamara had 8 rushing and 5 receiving, so he had 13.
Yeah.
Then Kareem Hunt, the guy that we got in the 5th round, or was it 6th round in our drafts?
Yep.
Put up 268 points with the league lead in rushing yards.
1,327.
And 8 touchdowns, 455 receiving yards. He's a really good receiver, too. Yeah.
Melvin Gordon I really like, too.
He's good every year now.
Was he 5th year?
Or 2 years in a row. 259 points he put up. 1,000 yards rushing, 8 touchdowns, 476. He can catch it pretty good.
Yeah, pretty much 500 yards. It's pretty good. You can't ask for more than that. And then look at Ingram, how he's another Saints in the top 10.
On the Saints, though, he's more the running guy because he had 12 rushing touchdowns.
Look at that yards. 1,124.
But he also caught 416 yards, just no touchdowns. I mean, Kamara was the guy getting them.
And combined with Kamara, that goes well over 1,000. It's crazy.
And number 7, a guy that I kind of fucking hate, LaShawn McCoy.
I like him better off the Eagles.
234 points he put up.
I like him way better off the Eagles.
234 is a bit of a drop off, and then he's a good receiver. Just didn't get a lot of touchdowns receiving. He had like 15 touchdowns last year. He had to regress. He only had 8 touchdowns, but good yardage.
And then the rookie after this,
who missed 2 games, one from injury, one from fucking photo day.
Yeah, there's a lot of good rookies this year.
Leonard Fournette, 212 yards. Yeah, Kamara, Hunt,
and Fournette.
And there's other ones too, but we didn't get there. Fournette had 1,000 yards, almost had 10 touchdowns. Decent receiver, really not as good as the other people, but. Then this is an interesting guy who I thought was a little overrated, but he might be underrated.
Always does good.
Carlos Hyde, 204 points. Good.
He's a good player.
On a terrible team with no offense around him, he had 938 rushing yards, 8 touchdowns, 350 passing yards with no touchdowns, so he can catch it.
It always
and
sucks.
He's a free agent, possibly.
It always sucks when you miss 1,000 just by like a couple, like one game.
It would be interesting if the Giants sign Hyde and then they don't draft Barkley and they have that pick for maybe a tackle.
You got to do something with the running backs there.
They got to trade back that pick and get a tackle and a guard. Get Orlando Brown, and how about this? Like, they'll get Orlando Brown, the Notre Dame guy, and the other Notre Dame guy.
That'd be nice. I mean, I think that's what you should do, but I think they're going to be pretty tempted by a quarterback pick.
This is kind of fucked up on the top 10. Elliott still.
Yeah, still
198 points he put up. It's insane. Like,
and then number 11 you should probably talk about because he's so close to the...
I don't really want to have Elliott even mentioned.
Yeah, so we should go to McCaffrey taking Elliott's
Elliott has an asterisk because he's a cheater.
Yeah.
McCaffrey, the great white hope for running backs, 188 points.
Look at those receiving yards.
Yeah, but that's what he is. Look at his rushing, 435, only 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, but he's not that kind of guy.
No, really it's a Stewart Vulture the shit out of him, that's why.
I don't know if he has...
But then he had 80 receptions, 651 receiving yards, and 5 touchdowns.
I think they'll always have a guy behind him to do like goal line stuff. He's a smaller running back.
This is a weird list because a lot of these people are like always hurt or like fucked up. Or
you're talking about tight ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like even in the playoffs, Kelsey and Gronkowski both got concussions and they were out.
Yep. But Ertz is
Kelsey put up 193 yards and Gronk put up 192 yards, and then the drop off is
big,
huge.
Yeah.
Ertz put up 165, so you go 190 to 160. But Ertz still, I think he missed some games, so he. And Gronkowski missed a game.
Gronkowski just missed
suspension from
missed 2, right? Or just 1? No, he missed 1. But he missed.
No, maybe he did miss 2. One
he missed
from
2 from injury.
One from suspension.
Yeah.
Then at 4, Jimmy Graham, 142 points, 10 touchdowns, but only 500 receiving yards. 10 touchdowns.
That's where he got some points from.
Then Evan Ingram, who didn't even play.
It's kind of cool. He's big on the list. Yeah.
141. He almost outscored Jimmy Graham.
Rookie.
Ingram had 722.
I mean, you know what's nice to look at this? Ingram could be a guy who could be moving up on this list next year. He could be a guy who's even higher.
I bet he's 3.
He could be. He could be 3 or 4. Yeah, he really could. He could be right behind the 2 best, with Kelsey and Gronk. The 2 obvious best with Kelsey and Gronk. Too.
Well, I don't know though. Beckham Jr. No, Beckham Jr.
How do you think Mahomes? How do you think Mahomes is gonna be with Kelsey though? That's how we gotta see.
Kelsey might be.
You never know.
Even better.
Maybe better, maybe worse.
No, I think he's gonna be even better. I think Smith handicapped that offense.
Yeah, could have. We'll have to see. Kelsey really did seem like him and Hill were like the best.
After the top five, it kind of drops off a little bit. Delaney Walker, 137. I mean, he's got only 3 touchdowns, but 800 yards receiving.
Yeah, because he's
only 3 touchdowns.
He really
and
was.
He had 2 fumbles, so I think Delaney Walker could have an even better year.
Yeah, he really did have a lot of targets.
Then Kyle Rudolph, who had some injuries, he was putting up 129 because of 8 touchdowns, 500 yards receiving.
Yeah, I could see him doing better next year with
Jack Doyle without Andrew Luck put up 129. That's a good value pick next year with Luck there.
Definitely.
Jack Doyle really had only 4 touchdowns. Also, he could easily get like 6.
Is this last year for? Okay, we'll keep going on the list. Cameron Brate.
Number 9, Cameron Brate, who had to deal with that other tight end there.
The new guy. O.J. Howard.
O.J. Howard, right? Yeah. Giants. I thought we were gonna get him.
I'm glad they didn't. Enrum looks.
They didn't
great.
even get Njoku. They got the third.
Yeah.
Tight end taken. And then Jason Witten's old ass is still in there.
So I was gonna say, do you think he's gonna be gone next year? Will he retire? He's been there a while.
Witten?
Yeah. See him being gone next year.
I think he's gonna stick around until the Cowboys aren't good anymore. Oh, you like this list because
That's defenses, huh?
No, kickers.
Oh, we should do that too. Yeah, we should definitely do kickers.
Number 1, Greg the Leg.
Yeah, he was my fucking team.
182 points he put up.
On this one team I had, for
You know what's fucked up? Gronkowski, you think of as like the best tight end and people getting the first round.
Yeah.
Zerline put up 182 and Gronk put up 192.
That's pretty funny.
Kickers matter.
Yep, they definitely do.
Because you'll see the drop-off in kickers. Like, Gostkowski on the Patriots put up 172. Gould, 170. Lutz on the Saints. Whoever the Saints have at kicker is good every year.
Yep.
163. Tucker, 162. It was kind of a letdown. Matt Bryant on the Falcons, 162. Harrison Butker, I've never even heard of that guy. On the Chiefs. You know what you notice with kickers? It's just like about the offense and the team. Oh, wait, no. Robbie Gould.
I don't know. I think you can find a good
Wait, Robbie Gould's on the Niners at 3.
Yeah. Played good this year.
Chris Boswell, and then Ryan Suckup on the Titans. Kicker's weird as shit.
I mean, the Niners without Garoppolo weren't scoring a lot, so they're kicking a lot of field goals.
This is the list I like, and I kind of like my favorite thing in defense is, in fantasy is trying to pick a defense sometimes.
And streaming it. I like how you can stream defenses. I think everyone likes streaming defenses. Seems like everyone does it.
Look at the gap, though, from 1 to 2. It's pretty big.
Yeah, big time between...
Jacksonville put up 205 fucking points.
I mean, that's why you gotta think...
interceptions, 7 defensive touchdowns, the most out of anybody.
So that's why you gotta think about this.
Sacks.
If you look at this list, Jacksonville is number 1. And going down the list, number 4 is the Eagles. So do you think... Look at how, New England handled Jacksonville.
Why'd you jump ahead?
I know, but we'll get to that. But, it's funny how New England handled Jacksonville. Now they have to deal with the Eagles, who are lower, right? Should be easier. You got Gronk. We'll go on. Baltimore, number 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
187 points.
I think most of their shit stems from...
they had 41 sacks.
They... who? Terrell Suggs, Jimmy Smith, and... Who else is on their defense? Nada still there? Oh, no, he's on Detroit.
Big difference with Jacksonville, though. You're right. 55 sacks to 41.
205 to 187 in points.
Yeah.
Yeah, 55 sacks, 41. But
big difference there. Almost 15 more sacks. Yeah.
Oh, they have Eric Weddle.
But still.
I forgot about that.
Still, Jacksonville had 21 picks.
Right? Didn't Eric Weddle go to Baltimore?
Jacksonville had 21 picks. Baltimore had 22. So it's still they're both comparable in that.
Then, what's next? The Rams at 3 was 172. Aaron Donald, who else do they have? Quinn.
They had a great year.
They don't have Janoris Jenkins, though.
No, Jenkins on the...
Trumaine Johnson's their best corner.
And then Eagles.
Yeah, Eagles at 4, 170. Only 38 sacks, but they had 19 interceptions, 12 forced fumbles, 5 defensive touchdowns. All these defensive teams, or top ones, have at least 5 defensive touchdowns.
Yeah. Then
Chargers. You go to the Chargers, but their stuff's from their sacks.
Yeah, with Bosa.
I know. Every one of these teams has at least 18 touchdowns and
Yeah, they still got some touchdowns.
Interceptions.
Yeah, definitely did a good secondary.
Detroit at number, what are we at, 6? Wow. Patricia's lucky. He already has a lot to work with there.
Yeah, his defense is in the top.
Detroit's going to be a playoff team next year.
It could be because they.
So you think about their offense is always good, and they never have enough defense. So now they have Patricia there.
Now they could do it.
The Saints are
who moved up from
150.
last year.
They put up.
They were so bad the years past. Defense.
Well, they had Marshawn Lattimore, defensive rookie of the year. They had that other decent rookie, Mike Williams, or whatever his name is.
It always helps, yeah.
They put up 20 interceptions to be second in the league. Then Seattle is always good. Even in a down year, they're still top
I think
10.
they'll be higher next year.
142. They put up with a lot of injuries. They're getting old too.
They'll be higher next year on the list. And I could see Philadelphia being lower on the list.
9 is Pittsburgh, which I didn't think was that great of a defense, but
it's still
they have Shazier. They've got 56 sacks.
Well, not anymore. Shazier's
he's
not going to probably play anymore.
But they led the league with 56 sacks.
Yeah, nice year for that.
And they had 16 interceptions. Is better than Seattle with 14, which is kind of weird because you think of Seattle as like a.
Well, they got
Pittsburgh
hurt.
only had 1 defensive touchdown though.
Who's that dude? He got hurt. Their main guy missed a lot of the games.
Who?
Richard Shermer got hurt and missed some
Did
games.
I thought you were talking about the other guy on the defense.
No,
Earl Thomas.
I think
Earl Thomas got hurt too.
I think Earl Thomas. They had a couple of injuries on their secondary.
Yeah, everyone got hurt.
So they
were decimated.
That's what I'm saying. I could see.
They're a good defense to get next year.
Seattle will be higher on the list. I think Philly will be lower on the list. That's my predictions for next year.
And then the defense we owned, the Bears defense at 10, 138 points they put up.
Solid team to.
Yeah, Leonard Floyd. Who else do they have on that defense? That's good. Shit. I don't really know their team that well. They're a weird team. They actually could be a playoff team if they had some receivers and a quarterback. Because they have Jordan Howard, they have Tree Cullen. Their defense is good, obviously.
It's not that bad of a defense.
I know, yeah. And that's it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much all for us, but...
We probably should have did the awards last.
yeah, and then the top 10 first. But...
Yeah, thinking about it now, we should have did the awards last.
But, hey, we got it in, and the Super Bowl is going to start in 3 hours.
It's
a fucking long time. It's a 6 o'clock game.
Yeah, I thought it was at 3:30. I think that's a better time.
I think they should start earlier. People should get done with this shit.
What's like the highest slotted shit for football? It's Monday Night Football. It's at 9, so they try to do it. I guess
before
around that type of shit.
I mean, how long? When does this go till? If it starts at 6 o'clock, how long is this game gonna go?
Fuck. The halftime show's an hour or whatever.
I don't think the halftime show's like midnight. Hour. Is the halftime show an hour?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
So it's gonna end at like 11.
It's an hour? That's ridiculous. No,
isn't it?
It's probably 30 minutes.
It's Justin Timberlake.
It's probably 30 minutes, though. I think it's usually the...
Oh, what's the bet for if NSYNC comes out and, like, sucks him off?
I think that's about $30. You'll make
$30 is just a side bet.
Off 350,
It's a parlay.
Yeah. You gotta parlay...
I'm parlaying Justin Timberlake sucking his dick with
who's that guy?
Pink
wasn't there a gay one in NSYNC?
All of them?
All of them?
Yeah.
No, that real
one.
one
With the dreads?
The one with the dreads.
Oh, Lance Bass.
Lance Bass.
Yeah, it takes him in the ass.
Is that NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
You never saw that
t-shirt? No, but is he NSYNC or Backstreet Boys?
He's NSYNC.
Okay.
Did you ever see that t-shirt, though?
Which was the gay
Lance
one in
Bass,
Backstreet Boys?
And then on the back it says takes in the ass, and it's like...
Was there a gay one in Backstreet Boys, or is that just all of them, too? All of them, yeah.
One of them is an alcoholic. He was on that, like, AJ.
Dancing with the Stars?
Oh, and Nick Carter did a porno with Paris Hilton.
Have they danced with the stars yet?
Probably. Who's not on that fucking show? Isn't Amani Toomer on that?
Yeah.
Wasn't Amani Toomer on that?
I think they asked Amani Toomer. I think he has been on it, yeah. Sean Avery was on it.
Yeah,
Sean Avery
there's
was on
been a
Dancing
lot
with
of
the
weird
Stars.
ass people on that show.
Alright, so signing off, Ganja Gamers.
Super Sunday.
Have a good Super Sunday. You gotta pack it in.
It's the Megalodon.
Under this great age of Trump, keep your head held down.
Yeah, stop bringing him up. I'm trying to forget that he's... I'm all about Hillary.
It's a day to...
I was all in on Hillary.
It's a Trump day and age to hold your head... you hold your head down high. Alright, have a good one, guys.
I thought that was the ending.
That's the ending.
Hold your... I thought that was the outro.
It's a day to keep your head down. This kind of stuff. Trump.